Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a high ELO Gamecast. I am Sylphin. In this series we take a look at high ELO matches based off of Agora.gg rankings to kind of learn what these really high ELO players do. Usual disclaimer, this isn't official. We don't have official rankings. We don't have official access to MMR. So this is simply the best way of looking at what these high players do. Until we get ranked mode, simply is the best. So let's learn what these guys do. Amazon is the tried and true way of shopping for anything you need or want at the lowest prices. Support the channel at no cost to you by doing your Amazon shopping through the link in the video description. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this game and get it going. So on the blue team, we have Captain Autismo on Rampage, Involve on Gadget, Master Splinter on Narbash, 420 on Richter, and Logic carry himself on Revenant. On the orange team, we have Crucifix on FaZe, Arsenic on Faye, Meds on Rampage, Agent Deli on Sevrog, and Imsco on Twin Blast, the man himself. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very interested to see what these players do here. And you know what? One of my very first things that I'm very interested in is what Imsco's doing right here, trying to block his wave. I'm really interested in what this 2v2 lane is all about. It's one of my biggest questions here in version 44.3. What do you do in this lane? Can melee carries even exist in this lane? Do you freeze it? Do you push it? Do you try to contest gold buff? Do you just secede gold buff for the players on Dusk? What do you do? What is the question? Because you know, I wonder what gets you the best farm, what maybe doesn't, what's the best strategy? Do you go for gold? Do you go for black? What do you do? And it looks like a very close. Oh, Arsenic winning the 1v1 duel here with Involve, winning it with a ranged minion attack. Involve's probably not feeling too good about that, but Arsenic's probably having a good time here. 420 is looking like he wants to go in. Arsenic better be careful here. The terrifying mid lane player. He's probably going to retreat here as 420 is forced to get him out here. Agent Deli on the offlane beast that Sevrog happens to be here in 44.3 versus Captain Autismo on solo lane Rampage. Very interesting choice. His passive is going to be all but gone here outside of the jungle, so it's going to be interesting to see what he can actually end up doing here. And it looks like there's I wish the cards here for these players was displayed down here as well. I'll have to take a look. What does he have? Just Exoskeleton along with Exoskeleton. So pretty mandatory card here in the solo lane, giving you 30 health regen, 15 health regen. No, 30 health regen over 3 seconds. Okay, yeah. So 10 health regen every second after taking damage. I mean, a lot of times it's just for mitigating that damage. So you take that damage and then you just kind of recuperate it. But a lot of attacks do more damage, so really you're just mitigating a portion of the damage. Whereas something like Iggy and Scorch's, oh, burning sensation, unfortunately, will actually profit people. So that is one of the one really good counter to Iggy and Scorch, is that Exoskeleton. It won't necessarily mitigate the actual turret damage, but it will, after the 3 seconds from the initial turret damage, mitigate something else. So there is the, oh, very nicely done here from Crucifix, able to use that telekinetic link to get Imsco away from certain death after a thunk and a Riplash. So Agent Deli, with the help here of Meds, takes down Captain Autismo in the solo lane. As I was going to say, Crucifix probably had to crucify. Well, no, it is Crucifix. Probably had to really concentrate on that new mechanic here for Phase's telekinetic link, where you have to now use it twice in order to you have to pull and then you have to confirm the pull. So it's kind of double clicking. If you want to reattach it on a new person and then pull them, you have to you have to use it and then reapply it. Like, I don't even know how you actually reapply it, because I don't know. So you guys let me know down in the comments how that happens. Arsenic is trying to trade here into Involve. Looks like there may be a replay, but he takes no damage. Agent Deli with the rotation, not wanting to get too far ahead here with Captain Autismo. He does have level 5, so maybe try to make a little gank here on Involve. As Arsenic could maybe get that help here. 420 is defending that is this lane. Agent Deli now returning back again. I'm not too sold on the Rampage solo, even though he is probably very, very, very good. You're wasting that potential there. There is the combo here. That should be one dead Captain Autismo, and it is indeed. Agent Deli, fantastic job here, and that is the benefit of Severog in the offlane. He can scale very well from that farm that you can get, as long as you can sustain from the damage in the solo lane, and then do amazing plays like that with his kit. So he's a great solo laner, and probably still jungler as well. You probably can get away with him in the jungle, but he's definitely, at this point, it's pretty much confirmed that he is a great solo laner, not necessarily in the jungle. Speaking of junglers, he's still great. Grux is still great in the jungle. That double pain has tremendous clear. And Imsco trying to confirm the kill here on Logic. Master Splinter with the amazing body blocks from the blocking the projectile. He may go down though. Can he do it? Where is the grenade? But no, Imsco used all of his grenades, so unfortunately Master Splinter does get out with barely any health. Unfortunately, Imsco there didn't save one of the grenades. Probably needed to use it to keep him in position to land those basics, and unfortunately Crucify was split his energy lance between Logic and Master Splinter, so nobody was rooted, which would have been very, very nice, obviously, so for Imsco to secure the kill. Looks like there is the change in the lane dynamic all of a sudden, with good tower damage here for the blue team, as Imsco and Crucifix are going back here. Possessed Prykin from Crucifix is interesting choice, because the health regen no longer goes through the link, so that's going to just provide phase here with great sustain, not necessarily Imsco, however. So let's see if any of the solo laners have Possessed Prykin so far. Agent Deli is not. He has the attribute points, but definitely is not going for it. Instead, going for Green Spring. Meds here is going to town on 420. I don't think he's going to survive. Oh yes, Meds, very good dueling there, as Arsenic was forced back with the Tesla Dome from Involve. So unfortunately, he wasn't involved in that, but I mean, hey, Meds made the kill with a fantastic Warlord's challenge to deal tremendous damage on those basics, as he is still a beast. I mean, Grux, he is still a beast, with now Tyrant coming out and Flame is Zetchin. That is something that high elo players are definitely do much more than maybe you would think. Imsco with that new Ventilate, dealing a tremendous amount of damage over the short period of time that it now applies every two. It's now 30 bullets? No, 20 bullets in 2 seconds instead of 30 in 3, dealing more damage than before. So it's like, yeah, it's a lot more damage, a lot faster. 2/3 faster, or 1/3 faster, dealing more damage. So the effect that it has is, I'll probably almost near twice. It feels like it does twice as much, even though it's kind of just a little bit more than before. So very, very exciting here to see these guys do it. I am myself not very experienced with 44.3, as I played one day this week to play it. Otherwise, I had to take care of my son, as he was very sick, and it's just been very, 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 very trying for me. It's just anyways, well, I'm not going to talk about my own personal things, but just know I am very excited to see this, because I have no idea how these lanes go. Again, how do you solo lane? You just farm and try not to die / kill the enemy. Like, it really is that simple. But like, when do you rotate? Do you want to get the tower down? Do you not want to get the tower down so that they can't freeze it? Or maybe you do want them to freeze it, so that enables you to rotate. And when do you rotate? What do you want to do? Like, it's just kind of, what the heck. Logic almost goes down, tries to trade into Crucifix, but that didn't really work as Imsco had the damage there. I'm not sure if Logic ended up using his ultimate, which I now have no idea what the heck it's called. I always forget it. I once called it Blue Moon, or high noon, but that's just what that kind of sound is, I do believe. 420 wants to trade into Crucifix, but there is the ultimate from FaZe here, as I have not been doing a lot of casting, so I'm forgetting all of these ultimates. What is FaZe's ultimate called? Come on, it's really awesome too. It has an awesome name. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's why we need to practice. That's why you need to just kind of pay attention and sit down and just learn what those. I mean, it's right on the tip of my tongue. But, oh well. Agent Deli trying to trade into Captain Autismo, but he is super duper tanky. Green Spring, Growth Totem, and Flame of Zetchin, yeah, so that's, I mean, with just how Rampage is, it is going to work well. Agent Deli wants to dive, wants to avoid the rock, which is why he turned around there. But Captain Autismo does get it. So Arsenic comes in for the trade. I think he can get it, but no, there is the enraged from Rampage. Give him that health back, so that Arsenic can't really get anything from that trade. So Agent Deli here looks like he Exoskeleton Green Spring, great health regeneration with Mana Reactor, of course. Onslaught for the that is actually a really good idea. His Sevarog's abilities are very powerful, so if you can use them faster, hey man, that ultimate can make the plays. Master Splinter trying to engage with the 4-person rotation. There's a 2-person skewer. Crucifix gets completely obliterated. Emsco does go down to the Crash Bang Boom Master Splinter. And there is a great rotation here from the blue team, even though it's looking like very heavy in this lane. It is going to be a tier 1 down to kind of balance out this left lane. But Arsenic is going to take the time to take down this tower as well, and Meds and Agent Deli. So they are going to get a benefit here, unless the blue team here does get the tier 2, in which case that might very well be worth it. It looks like they will indeed. So unfortunately, looks like, oh, that's kind of hard to say. I think the blue team does come out of this a little bit ahead. But this is remain to see. Logic winning the duel here with Amsco. Revenant being such a complete beast here. A lot of people are saying that he is too powerful. And you know what? I really wouldn't be surprised if he was, to be honest with you. It's probably due to the fact that he's so good at 1v1s. It feels really bad to fight against a Revenant, because that's kind of what he's all about, right? So it kind of takes a group effort, but I mean, his ultimate kind of does mitigate that, because it's like as soon as he's trying to group up on Revenant, he just uses his ult and then boom, he's back to dueling. So I think it's just in his nature to seem very kind of hard to deal with, but I mean, obviously we don't have the data. I just noticed these. Look at this. Look at these. Oh, that's so beautiful. Maybe there's gonna be like color. Maybe these should be gold. I didn't even notice. Look at these. Look at the raptor heads, or I guess Fangtooth heads. Isn't that amazing? Have you guys ever wondered what these are? What these are? Like, oh my god, I'm forgetting what the lore was. There's a race. There's a race on Agora. What are they called? I think they're called the Malank, right? Malank isn't a thing. I think it's a race. Anyways, is that what these are? Was that like a machine race? I don't know. Anyways, it's just really interesting to see the map changes, to see the art, and kind of get these like little piecemeal, you know, lore, because like the moons are out there. Like there's like the moons are out there. You can see. Well, that's not a moon, but where is it? There it is. I think that's Omega, and is that going to be the jungle one? What's this one? Oh, this one's the Oh, the desert one. My goodness, my brain. My brain, after not doing anything for a couple of days, is just completely done. So that one's probably... Anyways, let's get back to the game. I mean, not much was happening. The orange team took Fangtooth after a great two-person kill there, so they really did that. Arsenic and Meds involved with the fantastic... Astral Leap to get out of there. Logic needs to use his ultimate on Arsenic to try to isolate himself, but it doesn't matter. Arsenic does make the kill. Meds here. Does he have the Crash Bang, the Smash and Grab to take Master Spin out of his, after his ult? But no, he doesn't. Thunk tries to secure the kill on Meds, but I think that is the kill there. Meds, no, it's not. So the Sticky Mine on Meds wasn't enough, although Meds probably has... Does he have... No, he has Thunder Cleaver for some basic armor. It is underrated. Thunder Cleaver is a great card. I mean, it is kind of a damage card, but that 22 basic armor probably equates to a little bit more than 10% damage basic armor mitigation. So, you know what? It is much better than I think a lot of people give it credit for, and Tyrant obviously being the great power card. So, the mid lane does go down here for the blue team, making it an odd scenario here for the blue team and the orange team. Orange team has like the mid lane and right lane pretty much completely up still, but their left lane is completely down right to the inhibitor. Whereas the blue team, they have their tier 2s, but none of their tier 1s. So, I mean, it's going to provide the orange team a lot of freedom to go around the map, but otherwise, the orange team's gonna, the blue team's gonna have that security and ability to use those jump pads to kind of get back from base. So orange team looking like in great position here to go for Fangtooth, as long as they can kind of push Logic back, who is very nicely bugged here. So let's do this. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, Fangtooth is very much an option right now. The blue team is all the way in the right lane. I don't think the orange team can collapse here on Fangtooth too much, and I think that is what the blue team is going to do. The lanes are going to be set, even though it looks like Captain Decisive is going to be split pushing here, getting down this tower, at least opening up the map on that side, so you can maybe rotate. Orange team is collapsing here on Fangtooth, or is on their way, depending if Captain Decisive is going to be split pushing. We don't have the front line for the orange team here, while the blue team does have. And there's a Grex box! Oh no, that's a Richter box! It's a Richter box! What? It's a Richter box! Oh my goodness, that's a really weird box. Wow. Okay, well there's some replay bugs for you. Orange team looked like they did end up getting that, as they probably, do they have... oh no, they don't have a Flame of Zetchin, so the Narbash could have stole it. I don't think so. He wasn't close enough, and neither was Captain Decisive, of course. So looks like the orange team got the second Fangtooth of the game, meaning they will have that increased out of combat movement speed. Should help them rotate and maybe make up for the fact that they have that tier 2 down, even though the blue team has theirs up. So looking for a little bit of a pick here on Captain Autismo. The Energy Lance can't seem to land here from Crucifix. So Captain Autismo does get away. No tier 2 in the right lane for the blue team, but they do have the opportunity here to relax, get some farm in the jungle, and kind of reset here. So Deathcrawler coming up from Logic and Guard Piercer. That's going to be a tremendous amount of damage with 19 attribute points versus Imsko's 18. So he's not really doing Revenant things here. Hasn't really had too much of a chance here with 2 deaths. But Imsko's 3, but the farm is in Imsko's favor. So Richter here, Tyrant Flame and Growth Totem. Yeah, pretty standard here. You're not seeing Growth Totem too much anymore, even though actually there's 3 on this team, just because Flame of Zetchin is really good. And usually if you're kind of debating whether to keep Growth Totem or Flame of Zetchin, ironically you're actually seeing Flame of Zetchin a little bit more than Growth Totem, even though it kind of doesn't seem to be the case in this match. I do get the sense that Flame of Zetchin a little bit better than Growth Totem, just to kind of help with the fact that Fangtooth is so damn good. 420 wants to re-engage here, even though Logic is a little bit lower on health. Meds is super tanky. Look at that. Barely scratched from the Richter combo, and he has to retreat. So Involved Master Splinter and Logic want to do something. There's Master Splinter, Crashing Boom. Wow, Involve gets completely obliterated, even though Master Splinter is going to go down here from Meds re-engaging. So it's a 1-for-1 in favor of the orange team somehow. They do have the map. They do have the siege pushing. 420 had to go back. Logic is going around the corner here, going to re-engage. He looks like he does have lifesteal. Yes, he does. So that's how he is getting that sustain. And they are able to keep that tier 2 with the mid lane seemingly in equilibrium. There's really only contesting of the off lane, which is what Agent Deli and Captain Natismo. They're the battle of the ages. Sevrog and Rampage going to town. Looks like Agent Deli is on the receiving end of this. Captain Natismo, actually, it's kind of coming up, but there is the engage, or there's the enraged, sorry, from Captain Natismo. Looks like he is going to win this engagement, unfortunately. So Rampage showing his stuff here, and we can kind of compare builds here. Unbroken Spirit, Growth Totem, and Flame of Zetchin versus Sevrog's. Yeah, so he has a Numbing Rose. So there's that Unbroken Spirit working really well against Sevrog, obviously with 2 crowd control effects, hard crowd control effects, really hard. So Arsenic trying to take Involve off the map, and he absolutely does, although Arsenic may pay for it. Captain Natismo is going over Arsenic. Meds can't seem to get him off of Arsenic. He does go down, but Meds makes easy work out of the Rampage, as he has no basic armor. Does he indeed? Yeah, he had no basic armor with that Unbroken Spirit. So Meds chewed up the Rampage with tremendous amount of damage. Tyrant, yeah, Growth Totem, Unbroken Spirit. So that Tyrant's going to be really effective here on Grux, especially with that Warlord's Challenge. Oh, it's going to be insane. There's that micro stun from Logic. Wow, micro stun on a on the Revenant ult, saving the support from the smash and grab. That is so weird, man. That, my gut says that really shouldn't be a thing. What? Anyways, that felt really weird. Anyway, first time I've seen that. This is the first time I've seen that used in that fashion. Logic, great use of the Revenant ultimate here. Coming ahead, 25,000 gold to Imps goes 22. So yes, it looks like that one ultimate one kill really has seemed to work here, as the farm is highly in his favor. Across the board, there's the Apex Predator here from Arsenic. Corrosive Walker. Oh, Corrosive Walker into the phase burst is going to be absolutely monstrous here. Arsenic getting caught out, absolutely gets obliterated, but Captain Natismo absolutely gets obliterated as well. Whoa, Involve getting destroyed from Arsenic's from Arsenic's burst there. Absolutely what we were just talking about. Corrosive Walker being tremendous there, reducing the enemy's ability armor by 30, basically mitigating that base ability armor, and increasing damage by up to 20%. Yes, that is right, from the phase. So that is how Involve got absolutely obliterated. Captain Natismo took tremendous amount of damage. We really had no time to get that regen off, as Meds chewed them up with that tremendous damage from Tyrant and Growth Totem as well, and of course the Warlord's Challenge. So they're going to get a tier 2 finally here on the right lane. Crucifix using the phase ultimate here on Meds, who's just going to be chunking these frontliners down. Master Splinter does look like he is actually fairly tanky at the moment, so Meds doing work here as 420 does go down. They're going to keep the pressure here. 4v4 in the right lane here, as Arsenic is forced to deal with this off lane. So they do get the tier 2. Finally, those jump pads are down here for the blue team, enabling orange team to retreat here, and maybe set the lanes here once the blue team pushes them a bit. For Fangtooth, looking like it's going to be pretty darn good. Imsco, very traditional carry deck here. Shadow Golem, Heavy Hitter, and Demolitionist. It's probably going to be a Nitro boost. I'm assuming critical hits, piercing, basic, lifesteal, ruthless, auto health potion. Very, very standard here coming up from him. And Logic, Guard Piercer, and Death Crawler. Looks like there is nothing else in that spot, though. I'm going to be interested to see what that could be. Could be a Nitro Boost. Swamp Stalker. Yep, there is indeed. That's going to be a tremendous amount of damage here from Logic. As Yomi Guardian here from Master Splinter. I guess this was played before they disabled the card from a bug. I'm gonna assume that Yomi Guardian, once you used it, just like never went off or something, or the basic damage was being mitigated before the enemy, you know, before crits and before all that stuff, so it ended up being way too effective, something like that. I'm sure that's what it is. They're gonna be bursting down Fangtooth here. Master Splinter has no chance here. He does have Flame Ascension, but oh, I don't know if they did. I think he has Flame Ascension, but I'm not sure. Arsenic getting chewed here from 420, and Captain Autismo. Logic, that was it. Logic went in on Arsenic, taking him down. Although Meds and Agent Deli were going to town in the backline. Logic takes Meds down. Now it's Imsco and Agent Deli versus 3. Involve is low. Agent Deli's going to town here. I'm going to actually go back 10 seconds so we can get some of that. Agent Deli is, okay, so he is low versus Involve, so Imsco and Agent Deli can probably actually make a lot work. Logic is half health as well, so it's 2v3. Can some magic happen? Imsco wants to push back Logic because he's like, no, I don't want to deal with you. Can Agent Deli get involved? No, Captain Natismo with the great Boulder does save Involve and takes Agent Deli down. So Imsco forced to retreat. 1v3. So there it was. Does Master Splinter have Flame Possession? He did. So I don't know who got it. Maybe the orange team got the third Fangtooth. Master Splinter was in there trying to use the Flame Possession. So I have no idea if he ended up getting it or not. He very much could have. So it could be 2 Fangtooth for the orange team, 1 for the blue team. Could be 3 in for the orange. So I don't know. Master Splinter could have had a very clutch Flame Possession, even though Meds did use that good smash and grab. So blue team is going to get the Ore Prime buff. So there it is. Can they come back from... Can they make something happen? I think that they can. So it looks like the battlefield is very much even here for both teams. 1 tier 2 down a piece. Same exact siege objectives for both teams. With map objectives being in favor probably for the orange team. 2-1 or 3-0 in the Fangtooth department. So all the orange team has to do here is farm, let the blue team push up a little bit, play it safe, and just wait out the siege. This siege from the blue team here with Orb Prime. Anything interesting here from these decks? No, looks pretty standard. Yomi Guardian is actually really interesting here for Master Splinter. I like that. Power, max health, basic armor goes a long way on somebody like Narbash. Looks like again a replay bug, so we'll just kind of go back here. There we go. So that goes a long way. 100 basic damage for 8 seconds. That's a lot of damage mitigation for your entire team. Vampiric Blade, Guard Pierce, Deathcrawler, even more of a duelist. Does he have duelist gem? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Probably doesn't need it because of his ultimate. So Piercing Basic's going to do a tremendous amount of work. Amplification Engineer from Involve. Oh, yeah, that's going to deal a tremendous amount of damage, especially with the high tank here coming out for 420. And it looks like Captain Autismo as well. Logic is even getting up there in the health department as well. As you can see, those little health pips shown as well. So that's going to be a tremendous amount of damage. I love seeing that with Glycerin Dawn as well. So Involve is a hyper mage as well. Agent Deli, look like you want to engage, but no, you don't want to engage with Ore Prime. Don't engage, don't engage, don't engage, don't engage, don't engage, don't engage. Oh no! Agent Deli, get back! There it is, a phase telekinetic link to him to try to save him. Unfortunately, oh god, there's the pull! Agent Deli, no! You don't want to engage with Orb Prime. Absolutely, you do not. You want to wait for the team to overextend with the engagement over an inhibitor. If somebody makes a too aggressive move over the inhibitor, you basically have to give it up, especially now that there is a one-person deficit. So unfortunately, Agent Deli there gets caught out there with the crowd control. Good follow-up here from 420. Captain Atismo, unfortunately, nothing could happen. I'm not sure if the phase telekinetic link. Oh, no, she used it already, I think. Yeah, so there's Meds getting taken out as well. 420 with a great pull. Meds getting obliterated. Unfortunately, Arsenic is trying to go in. Arsenic, there is the... oh, no, he's not the one with amplification engineer. So there is the snowball effect of going into that. So there is the rock and the... Oh, God, that damage here from the blue team is phenomenal. Sticky Mine completely obliterating Crucifix there with that CC, and you can tell here that crowd control has tremendous potential when it can be followed up. Crowd control in itself isn't powerful. I mean, it's just a stun. It's just time. However, it's the follow-up that extracts value from that, and it's the value of having somebody not doing something for however long. It's the value of having somebody in the same place for however long, and it's the value of following crowd control up with something useful. That is the actual value. So you can see that these high ELO players can follow this up, extract that value, and just do a lot with it. It's pretty scary, especially with a Richter, with a thunk from an Narbash, with that boulder from Rampage. Oh, that's good. I mean, one stun and it's basically you're dead. One stun, one easy stun from a boulder or a thunk leads into a pull from Richter, into a skewer, into a Riplash. I mean, you're pretty much toast. So the orange team has to play very, very careful. Use the good initiation that they do have. The Fae, great initiation from Arsenic if he gets a good flank or whatnot into the fly trap, or especially what's going to be more so the case, it's going to be Agent Deli here with a subjugate into a colossal blow, or just a subjugate into followed up with Meds with the smash and grab. So there's really good initiation from the orange team as well. The blue team, I mean, they can just single target and kind of just whittle you to death, which is exactly what we saw there with those inhibitor downs. So right now, Meds is way overextended here. 420, yeah, he knows his death. There's not much he's going to be able to do. Really shouldn't have pushed that up. It was going to push on its own. All he needs to do is set it and forget it. Rotate into another lane and try to push down the mid or left. That's really the only strategy that the orange team has right now. Set the right lane, rotate into another, try to get a pick, try to push that advantage, barrel down one lane and use that 5v4, try to win a team fight from there, get the tier 2, get an inhib, try to balance out one of the lanes at least, and then do it again for the other lane and try to win that way. Because now with a man down, they're going to lose this tier 2. Probably not this inhibitor, to be honest with you. It's a 4v4 without Rampage, without the great sustain and crowd control. I don't think they'll have much to do. The issue here is the phase can save people, but not much else. I mean, she does have the fantastic ultimate from on Imsco that we just did see, but unfortunately it wasn't at the best time, so that was unfortunately a wasted from the phase. 420 tries to land the hook there, but unfortunately doesn't land. There is the Sticky Mine. Captain Atismo trying to come in from behind. This is going to be the engagement here. Crucifix and Agent Deli have to be careful. This could be it. There is the boulder, but it does miss, so there was a missed engagement there. Crucifix is bearing the fruit of Captain Atismo's rage. Wow, Agent Deli gets obliterated. Fantastic pull here from 420 to confirm the kill on Agent Deli. And this looks like the end of it. Meds gets crowd controlled. There is the Tesla Dome. Meds gets taken down. Easy peasy with this follow-up from the blue team. Great initiation, great engagements. Unfortunately, a few overextensions here from the orange team. gives the advantage to the blue team, and then they just kind of run away with it. And that's exactly what this team composition is about. It's exactly what they are able to do. And you just saw it. You saw it worked really well here. And even against high elo players, there's not much that they can do. So Arsenic is forced to retreat here as the orange team's core is taken down, as there is the mash. So we can back it up here. 10 seconds. Hopefully replay bugs. Take a look at the decks here. Protective Sentry, exactly what you want as a support. Yomi Guardian, hopefully that bug is fixed. Flame Possession, hey, I mean, if you can use it, fantastic. Again, economy isn't that great. It's much better for supports now, but I mean, there are other cards. I would like to see maybe a shield card in its place, but Flame Possession can be useful, especially obviously when contesting those map objectives. Tyrant, Unbroken Spirit, and Growth Totem here for 420. Tremendous amount of damage here from Tyrant. A little bit of health. Sustain from Unbroken Spirit, and infinite scaling from a Growth Totem. On a Richter, man, that's he did his job splendidly. Logic here, Death Crawler, Guard Bears of Vampiric Blade, absolutely terrifying. Involved with the Amplification Engineer to deal with the Agent Deli meds combo. The high vitality can see. Oh, gonna work so well. Mana Flow Acolyte for a ton of mana. Probably for mana found, yes, so that she can use those abilities to use Amplification Engineer even more. And Glycerin Dawn, so she can be a hyper mage. Basically has a whole bunch of abilities to use that deal damage. Captain Natismo, the ultimate tank here. Numbing Rogue, Unbroken Spirit. Well, Growth Totem providing good power as well, so that's solid. Just be that frontline crowd control beast that he is. Nothing interesting on the enemy team, to be honest with you. Apex Predator on Arsenic, very, very, very good. One of the tribe. Oh, youchies, that's going to be a lot of damage here from Arsenic. That power on the Fae. Oh, with Corrosive Walker to remove that ability armor, that is terrifying, to be honest with you. The Possessed Spriken, again, doesn't really do too much on phase anymore, unfortunately. Yes, good early game sustain, but, I mean, Green Spring can give that as well. And Vital Water's obviously very powerful as well, but not as powerful in phase anymore. So, probably an old deck. That is unfortunate. As phase, much more strict support nowadays with I'm probably going to be building phase exactly like I would build any others. Really, she is not the sustained support anymore. That is Narbash. He is the sustained support now, the one that heals people and whatnot. So there you go, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of this game. Marillus Action is a game and screen recorder that offers the lowest megabytes per frame, the lowest computer resource usage, and the highest FPS recording. Check the link in the video description to learn more. Please like this video, like it, dislike it, share it with the community. Of course, guys, subscribe if you guys like this content, especially if you found it useful. Please subscribe so I can do it for you in the future. Check the video description for links to my website, merchandise store, and Amazon affiliate link as well. It's all my social media right here. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.